If you had to think of one salesperson that you're most proud of, they come to mind because they just hit another level and something happened in their life because of working with them. What was that thing or moment that happened in their life from implementing your structure, and what specifically do you think they improved on the most?
We had a client who had come into the business not by choice. It was a family-run business, and there was an obligation that when the father in this situation reached a certain point, that in this case, his child would come into the business and start to take over. This person never had a desire to do that, but also didn't want to, let their father down in the journey. So for years, they were running things or trying to run things. And again, as I mentioned, it was a little bit of a hope and pray, and it was a wild, wild west, and some things would work, some things wouldn't work, but there was no stickiness. There was no predictability, as I mentioned earlier. When we had come in there, we brought in those systems, the structure, the process, the technology. It wasn't perfect out of the gate. We had to build a lot of these things from scratch. But as we started to get the momentum going, we started leading the sales team, optimizing the process, we started to realize those predictability patterns, that ability to start to see scalability. I say all that because it reached a point where that person was able to not let go of the business fully. They were able to step out of being in the weeds day to day, but they were now able to go do what they truly want to do, which was a completely different passion. And so their ability to go in there and actually start up a dancing business while at the same time still oversee and play a visionary type role in this other business, they were finally able to step out of the weeds and actually go build something that they truly had a passion to drive. If we can ultimately get people to a point where they go, I can now choose where I spend my time, that's ultimately what we want to do.